Welcome back, everyone. If you have been following the channel or the page, whichever you're watching it on, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or on YouTube, if you're not following us or subscribe to us on any of the others, please do. It would help us out a lot, and we would actually love to get monetized on all the platforms and give back to the community by giving out some free cleans every month or so by using that income for those cleans. But at the moment, we're not monetized, so unfortunately, we can't offer those services. But if you have been following us, you would know that I haven't actually cleaned my shower in months. And that is because I have been focusing on trying to get the mold out of the silicone all around the bottom here. I let it mold out for a while, and we have not actually successfully gotten it out, unfortunately. So if you have any suggestions on that, put them in the comments below. We would love to find out and test a few things that you guys suggest and share that with you on whether it works or doesn't. But I was scrolling Facebook the other day and I came across this product right here. This is from GlassGuard. It is the Glass Restoration Stain Remover. According to the reviews and the pictures along with them, it apparently is really good at getting rid of all of this fogginess, all of the soap scum, all of the hard watermarks. So I wanted to share that with you guys today and actually test it out. This will be our first test of it. And we're going to use the GlassGuard on this side, which is really foggy, got a lot of hard watermarks, a lot of soap scum, which is apparently what is best at getting rid of. Give it a proper test. And that's the stuff that takes us a lot longer in showers to get rid of with our normal cleaner. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the GlassGuard on this side that you guys can see is heavily marked. We're going to spray up this side with our normal cleaner. And we're going to leave that dwell, which is the big thing that most people forget to do when they clean their own house, is leave the chemicals on there for a little bit for their dwell time. I've already sprayed up the rest of the bathroom, so I'm going to clean the rest of the bathroom after I spray these up and then come back to it. So let's first off spray this up. Alrighty, so now this side is heavily sprayed up. That's what I'd normally do for heavy watermarks, for soap scum. So where it's at right now, that is what I'd normally do. I'm going to let it sit, let it dwell. While we get the GlassGuard, we're going to open her up. As you can see, it is a brand new bottle. It is now empty. Comes with its own scourer and a nice bottle. We've gotten the small one just to test it out. If it works, we will be getting the big one. So the instructions for this is make sure the area is well ventilated. This is as ventilated as this bathroom can get. Shake the bottle for 10 to 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pour a small amount of the product onto the scourer pad that's included, which we have there. Apply the liquid to the stained area in a circular motion with the scourer pad. That's been about 20 seconds. Once the stains are lifted, so there's no specific time on this, which I would prefer, but that is probably a way to save themselves any legal trouble. Rinse the product off from the surface using a wet cloth. Best result, finish with the GlassGuard so it can squeegee. So, we're going to open up this, actually make sure I had a feeling. Oh, that's a, ooh, that smells nice. I like that smell. We have enough of a gap that will come out in the center. I'm going to close this, so you might not hear me so well, and do what it says. It says on the scourer, so I'm going to use the black side, which is a scouring pad, and give this a good scrub. So as you can see, I've got a good dollop on there. Let's see how far this goes. Alright, that has got a good amount scrubbed onto it. As you probably saw, I went back to it 3 times just to make sure I got a good amount all the way across. It does look like it's actually working already, but that does often happen with the watermarks. They seem to disappear immediately after any water is being put on them, and then they come back when it's dry. So we're going to give this the amount of time it takes for me to clean the rest of the bathroom, and I will see you guys in a little bit.
5 minutes later.
Alright everyone, so it's been about 5-10 minutes. I've cleaned the mirror, the vanity, the toilet. We don't have a bath in this one. So a little bit quicker than what it might have been in, say, your house. But we've given it an average house sort of check. So let's quickly close this up. We're going to start with this side yet again. What I'm going to do is what we normally do. Rehydrate, give it another lot. Use the squeegee, wipe off most of the moisture. Then use the microfiber to get rid of all the streaks. Then after that, we're going to hydrate the other side, which has the GlassGuard as per instructions, using another cloth. This one we're going to use the yellow for. That way, it's clear distinction between which one I'm using, so we're not going to have cross-contamination of the chemicals. So let's quickly do that. Alright, so I don't know how much that's actually shown up on camera. I do believe you can see right here is a bit clearer, but down the bottom actually hasn't gone fully off. I would need to give it a second go. But let's quickly make sure we're not going to miss any steps here. Does not say to dry it afterwards. So now we have a wet cloth. Don't know if you guys can hear that flop, but it is definitely wet. So let's get into this side. Wipe it off and see how it turns out. Alrighty, so that is now wiped off. This is a lot more blue or green from the product, but it came up pretty alright. I'm just going to quickly, it doesn't say dry it off, so I'm going to let it dry naturally. As you guys can see here, it's done a pretty decent job. I've got all the crap on this side still, so I might do that off camera while I'm letting that dry naturally. I'll see you guys in a little bit. On second thoughts, I might just do this side and move you guys out of the way. That way you guys can see I'm not doing anything to actually dry it quicker. So it's not hard watermarks this side, so we're using normal chemical because it's a lot cheaper. The GlassGuard is probably about almost twice as expensive as our normal chemical, so we're using normal chemical for this side that doesn't have hard watermarks. If this works, which it is looking like it's working pretty well, we're going to have to work around and see whether it leaves streaks or not and practice with that. But with how this is looking, this is going to be either an add-on or a general inclusion into the Deep Queensland end of Lease. Definitely for end of Lease because, well, you need that looking as beautiful as possible. But so that should be long enough for this side. It doesn't need to dwell too much. Already looking so much better. Alrighty, so I've not done the best wipe over here. I see a few streaks, but that's fine, it's my bathroom. As you guys know from this bathroom re-clean, it's been a while, a bit of bathroom restoration. I'm not focusing too much on getting it perfect because it's my bathroom. Let's see how it's looking. That looks. I will leave that for another 5-10 minutes. It's still a bit wet. Not super wet, but it has a few streaks in there that are just water streaks, not dried. So I'm going to take these off and put on a new set later on. Now, the GlassGuard does not specify that you need to wear gloves. I would still recommend it, especially since it is a new chemical, but I'll see you guys in 5-10 minutes. Alrighty, welcome back everyone. So as you might be able to see, it has dried, but it's still got a couple of streaks where it hasn't washed out completely. I should just wipe off some of these with my thumb. So what we might do, that has worked really, really well. It's actually gotten rid of a lot of it, so I'm going to quickly just show you guys the bottom of it as well. Alrighty everyone, so as you can see over in this area over here, there is still a bit left there which hasn't come off perfectly, and there's still a bit over here, up the side, that's on both of them. That might just be because that is where it overlaps. But over on this side, which didn't use the GlassGuard, just the normal stuff and a lot more elbow grease, you can see the very bottom down here didn't come off much at all. So all in all, I think the GlassGuard is a lot better and it will stick with us. So it will be a deep clean and a end of lease clean option, or an add-on for general cleans maybe. But with that said, I'm going to end this video off here, get back into actually cleaning the shower properly, because as you can see, now that the glass is pretty clean, I have not cleaned it that well on the inside. I haven't done the walls or the floor. I've only been focusing on the silicone, which hasn't done that well. So with that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video and want to see more, or you want to have some cleaning tips and tricks, maybe some real estate tips and tricks, want to be involved in some riddles on Wednesdays, or get just general knowledge on some chemicals on Fridays, give us a follow or a subscribe. We post them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And as I mentioned earlier, every subscription or follow helps us majorly and allows us, when we've got enough, to actually give back to the community by handing out some free cleans every month or so. So that is one of our goals we would love to do. But that said, I'll catch you in the next one.